Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio
and beyond, beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio
And beyond, beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio
And beyond, beyond.
Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio
And beyond, beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio
And beyond, beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio
And beyond, beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio
And beyond, beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio
And
It's just different.
You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I seen. Live your life, not mine. If you know what I mean. Your life, not mine. If you know what I mean. We don't know. Life is funny, things we do to get money. Hardships, hard times. And these days, these situations, they be sticky like honey. If it ain't Corona, they trying to clone ya. What happens to the little girl that went missing from her home? Her own daddy keep touching her. Daddy, leave me alone. I ain't got the answers. Trying to get justice for George Floyd. And if Bill Gates got the, make sure he got one for cancer. We screaming stop the violence, but who we asking? The killer the same color as the one in the casket. I'm no preacher, spitting hard facts like it's only for the rich leeches. Where's Felicia? With the new prisons and new police substations for black justice, they be debating. We gotta wake up, but I'm going back to back. I'm on one. Cold cases still hot in the hood, cause the nigga that did it, he still home, son. I'm my own rapper, but got a new balance. Rest in peace to all the young fallen soldiers. Didn't get a chance to show the world their talents. I'm so focused, trying to save the nation. Seeing the road ahead like a full focus. You don't know what I've been through.
It's like that.
You don't know what I see. Live your life, not mine.
It's like,
Know what I mean?
it's like that.
You don't know what I've been through.
Yeah.
You don't know what I seen.
Yeah.
Live your
it's
life,
like
not
that.
mine.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. We don't know.
Life is a bitch and death is a motherfucker. You can't trust a mother, cause people be motherfuckers. They stab you in your back and they smile up in your face. They do whatever it takes to have another place. The population polluted and robbing and shooting. Their mental state be diluted. They owe them all that they booted. Now how you only 17 and you looking 35. It's a wonderful time in this life to be alive. You better get your together, stop wasting your time, cause time waits for no one. No person, place, or no thing. Yeah, it go. It goes fast.
You don't know what I've been through.
It's like that. It's like that.
Live your
It's
life,
like
not
that.
mine.
It's like that.
What I
It's like
mean.
that. It's like
You don't know what I
like
seen.
this.
Live
Yeah,
your
it's
life,
like
not
that.
mine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Like that.
You don't know. We don't know.
Yo, you already know what it is, man. It's your host with the most, man. Focus Field of Phocuz Radio. We do this thing each and every Thursday, right here at 6 p.m. all the way to 7 p.m. So we are your hottest podcast. You already know what it is, man, this afternoon. You can follow me on IG. You already know what it is, at Field Phocuz. Follow me on Twitter, for all my Twitter fingers out there, at Phocuz Radio. It's just that simple. And, of course, we doing it right now on Facebook at Phocuz Field. So just follow me, man. Feel free to tell a friend to tune in. Beltway Radio and beyond. We right off the Beltway, y'all. Y'all already know what it is, man. So tune in right here, or just go to that website, and you can see us right now, man, in this beautiful, nice studio. And I love it because it's organic. You know what I mean? I always say that it's organic, man. We still keeping it traditional with the headphones, with the mic, and it's real, and it's live, and we doing it right now. You already know what it is, man. So let's give ourselves a round of applause. Thank you. Also, man, we got a really special guest in the building. Beautiful lady, goes by the name of Tasha Lyons. And she's done a lot, man. Reality TV, celebrity hairstylist, modeling, same high school I went to. She's doing a lot, man, doing it big. And we are still celebrating our black women, our queens. And so I decided to bring her in. And she's going to co-host with me, man, and just get her opinion as far as a woman on things, and also speak on her business ventures and also what she has, coming up. So y'all already know what it is, man. Follow her on IG also at Tasha Lyons, right? Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you for co-hosting with me today and gracing the stage of Phocuz Radio. And wow, first question I want to ask you: do you watch sports?
Basketball, mainly.
Oh, you watch basketball?
Yes.
Okay, so it's NBA,
Okay.
and pretty soon championship is coming, like May or June. So getting ready for playoffs and all this talk about the NBA. But I want to talk about Shawn Kemp. I don't know if you remember. You remember Shawn Kemp?
I do.
Shawn Kemp, Seattle Supersonics, one of the biggest stars, man, in the NBA at that time. And the crazy thing about it is Shawn Kemp is 53 years old. He's been retired for a very long time. As you can see, he's still, that's Seattle, the Seattle Supersonics. He, I guess, still resides in Tacoma, Washington, I guess, which is near Seattle. But anyway, in the state of Washington. But 53 years old. And I had to report this first because it's just puzzling. He was involved in a drive-by shooting.
I seen that.
You seen that?
Yes.
I didn't believe it, though, Tasha, at first. I didn't believe it. I was like, is this true? Because they said something about it was a guy with his birthday named Shawn Kemp. So I'm reading the story. I'm like, well, I'm reading this. And shout out to the Seattle Times. Quote them, not me. It says, ex-Sonic star Shawn Kemp arrested after Tacoma shooting. But when I had read the story this morning, it was saying that it was a guy named Shawn Kemp with the same birthday as the NBA player or star or whatever. So I guess they had to get their details straight to confirm that he's a former NBA star that was involved in this drive-by shooting. So what they're saying is it was an altercation between two people. I guess some guns were drawn at the scene, and when they came, they arrested Shawn, and they also recovered a gun from his vehicle. I'm just trying to figure. I really wanted to get more details and really find out like what really happened.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy, ain't it?
It is. It is.
Like,
so they confirmed that it was him.
They confirmed it was him. Got his picture, but it says to be released. No charges. No charges will be filed. I didn't read that part. No charges to be filed against ex-Sonics player Shawn Kemp. It's crazy because I was thinking like that too at first. I was like, well, do they have the right person? Was he really involved? Like, but he was arrested, but he wasn't charged, So I'm just saying all this to say so many things happen during the NBA season, during All-Star weekend, the playoffs, the championship. These players, man, get caught up in so much. But I'm good that I'm happy that he wasn't charged. Hey, show that picture again for me, B. It's just bring back, man. Like, Shawn Kemp was a dog.
Wow.
Look at that, man. He was a dog. People forgot, like, top rebounder, blocker. I mean, could dunk his ass off, man. So,
I literally forgot about him until I read
See what-
in the news about him.
see what I'm saying?
So,
That's what I'm saying.
I
And see,
forgot
Todd, that's
about
what we
him.
do on Focus Radio. She say she forgot about him. But that happens. That happens a lot. I always had these conversations about sports with my guys, right? And we always seem to go back in the day.
Right.
And the older players. And the game has changed. Not only the game, life has changed. Things have changed so much and progressed like so much. Players like Sean Kemp back in the day, you really had to play for your money.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it was really, it was a tough sport. They were men. You know what I mean? Now it's got a lot
It's
of
so soft.
soft.
It's so soft.
And that's, how can a female even say that?
It is. It's soft.
Wow.
I mean, and listen, and I'm
She
not
keep
going.
it real.
It's a lot of LeBron fans, so I'm not going
Okay.
to try to
Okay.
step on their toes.
You like
But
LeBron?
I don't. I don't like him as a basketball player.
Oh, hold up.
As a person, I like him. I like what he stands for. I like on the floor. I don't like him. He cries all the. He's too big to cry for calls. Like that's the main thing that gets on my nerve with him. And that's one of the things I mean about being soft. Like you don't cry for
Wow.
calls. You're too big for that. Just do your thing.
Wow. Heard it first right here on Focus Radio, man, with special guest Tasha Lyons is in the building. But she ain't lying. That's the thing. And I get caught up in this all the time with people, and I say the same thing. And I love LeBron, though. I mean, he's unstoppable.
He is. He's
unstoppable.
He's a dog. He plays his ass off, and
Yeah.
I love it. I
But
can't
like I say,
take that from him.
But you got to think though, he is LeBron, so he can whine. He's going to get his way. He is LeBron. Okay, so if we said it about LeBron, what about Mike? Michael Jordan. I mean, he got his way too because he was Mike. He didn't maybe cry as much,
Right.
But I
That's
tell
my
people,
thing.
go back and look at some old clips, some old games. You catch the ref is Mike's best friend.
Okay, I gotta go back.
But you
and
got
look.
these players that they talk to the refs. Hey man, watch him.
Right,
Hey,
right.
see, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a very real competitive sport. It's all a mental thing. It's all a mind thing, and that's probably part of his. You know, one of his little. That's what I want to say. That's part of his thing. Like that's part of what he does as a player, and also to keep the other guys, not focused. Like he with the ref. Hey man, call this, call that. You're not on the low, and that's how they do it. He's LeBron.
Yeah.
So, but stop crying.
Yes.
That's all Tasha saying, man. Stop, man.
That's
Dry
all
them
I'm
tears,
saying.
man.
That's all I'm saying.
Stop crying. I think he's out right now, but I think he should be. LeBron's probably. I think he's talking about retiring. He's doing a lot, man. Doing a lot of great things, and I think he built a school and.
I would definitely love to see him play with his son.
You want to see that?
Yeah, I do. That's something phenomenal. Like that's something that's big. You
That's
know.
big, yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't know
would
if
love
anybody
to
ever
see
done that either.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be huge. So
Wow.
for his legacy and to carry on, for his son to piggyback off of his legacy and then, start his own legacy with
Okay.
him being,
Okay.
I think it would be a phenomenal transition.
Okay,
I do.
cool.
I do.
They make history with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But father and son in the league together. He may just do that. I mean, I don't really see LeBron slowing down anytime soon.
He don't look like he is.
He don't look like he is.
He
And that's
don't.
another thing. It's like he just like, what is this man? I mean, he's a beast now, but when he showed and proved coming into that league at 17, 18 years old.
Yeah.
Same thing with Kobe. You know what I mean? Same thing with the Garnett. Same thing with so many of them. They really showed and proved, and that's why I respect them too. Like, it was so much pressure on him.
Right.
And that brother became one of the greatest of all time already, and he's still in the league.
Yeah,
You ask
yeah.
me. It's going to be hard to fill his shoes. But anyway, y'all, 301-761-1040 is the call-in number. Let's get involved on Focus Radio. Miss Tasha, you travel? I'm sure you do. You travel a lot.
A little bit. Here
little
and there.
bit.
I need to travel more.
Need to travel more.
Yeah.
Okay. The traveling thing, like I say, things have changed. You got so many of these trips to Mexico.
Oh wow! And I have one planned in May.
Oh, in May.
Yes.
Okay. See, I hit it right on the nose.
Yes.
They going all these places, man. Cabo. I've been to Mexico, a few times. Jamaica. They taking these trips, right? But then you have some females, some women. They taking a trip, but they're taking a trip overseas to these other doctors.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
These other countries. We got to be more careful, man. And I guess they do it maybe because it's cheaper.
It's cheaper, yes.
It's cheaper, right?
Yes.
You a female,
yes.
you would-
And then some of the procedures that they're getting down there, some of the doctors here, they're not going to do the procedures because it's unsafe. And that's why that's part of the reason why they go abroad to get these procedures done.
You already know where the story's getting ready to go, right?
I do.
Okay, so they go to these other countries, they get these procedures. What is it? Explain. I'm glad I got you here tonight. What are they doing when they go? What's the BBL? Is it the butt lift? Breast?
So
what is it?
don't get me lying because I don't know. So I believe that the BBL is a Brazilian butt lift, but I believe it's transferred fat. So I guess they're taking fat from other places and putting them in their buttocks. I guess I'm. That's what I think it is. I don't know. So, but yeah, whatever the procedures are that they are getting done, but they are cheaper there. So that's why they're going abroad to get them.
So I like to educate my audience first, right? I like to break down the stories.
Right.
We break it down from the beginning to the end.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not against what anyone does. That's your body. You know,
Right.
I always believe that if we're going to do something, let's do it natural.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And you're looking for something that's, and this is my opinion. I know we're celebrating women. Y'all can get mad. Y'all can call in, say what you guys say, drop your, I don't care. At the end of the day, whatever makes you look good.
Right.
Right?
Right.
A lot of that shit, excuse my French, because I got a lady in the building tonight, but a lot of it is you can just tell that it's fake. You can tell it's cheap.
Yeah.
You can tell because
you gotta go to the good doctors.
You gotta go to the good doctors, right? Make a long story short, the story is 4 people.
Right.
Went, right? One was a female, 3 males. I guess all related or friends. I think 2 of them were cousins or something like that. But anyway, make a long story short, went to Mexico. First of all, drove to Mexico.
Right. Now that.
There you go. What do you think about that?
That I would never suggest that. And this is the sad part about this story is one of the young guys that got killed, during that kidnapping, his sister stated that he kept saying he did not have a good feeling about it. We should not go down. We should not go down. And they ended up doing it. I mean, driving across the border is like bananas. Like, why? Why would you do that?
Why would you drive? Right.
I just don't
Across
even
the
understand.
border.
Yeah, I just don't understand. I don't understand that whatsoever.
So you had it up for me, right? Hey, B, can you bring it right back for me? Appreciate you. Latavia Washington McGee, Eric Williams, Shaheed victims, which lost their life, unfortunately. Shaheed Woodard and Zendale Brown were kidnapped last week in Mexico. They have ran through a cartel, which mistaked them for Haitian smugglers, kidnapped them violently. I wanted to show that video, but I know my engineer be telling me some stuff just be too, we can't do it.
Yeah.
And I looked at it over and over again. I actually looked at it before I came in here. And man, those Mexicans, man, over there, man, they don't have no regards, man. They don't care.
At all.
They are not ruthless for real. So when I look at these youngins and these brothers and people that's doing this over here and they're in the game, and them over there is told the mentality, the way of thinking is totally different. As soon as they hit that area, they kidnapped all 4 of them. They showed a video actually of one of the I guess the cartel guys that work for the cartel dragging one of them, putting them in the back of that pickup. Of course, guns. I think they taped them or roped them up, threw them in the back. Another female who was Mexican, she was actually killed by a stray bullet. So what I believe was what I'm thinking is 2 of them will try to get away and run, and they probably shot at them. And I think the other 2 were found, like one was shot 4 times in the leg or something like that. So that's what I'm thinking. The adrenaline was pumping. They probably was trying to get away and ran, and they started shooting, and a stray bullet hit the lady. It's just crazy, Tasha, man. The whole story is crazy.
It got crazier. I'm not sure if you seen the latest update.
Yeah, what was this the latest update? Because this right here, I think I tried to get the latest one, right? This one I want to say.
Was driving in.
Go ahead.
So as I was driving in, I seen that they apparently the cartel turned the people over responsible, had them tied up with a note apologizing. Yes. and saying that it went against the cartel rules and everything. Like, I'm like, this is crazy. It's getting more and more bizarre.
Well, I know the president over there supposedly sent a message to Joe Biden, and he was saying, we got this investigation over here.
Oh, really?
But is it really going to be an investigation over there? Because, you know, they overthrow. They run the government.
Yeah.
That's where the funding and the money is coming from. They kill politicians like nothing. What's the guy's name? El Chapo's son had a situation and he got arrested. And he's so powerful. They got so much money. That family, they actually let him go. Like, that's how scared they were of their life, arresting him. And they actually let him go. It's so crazy. Like you said, it's so crazy because when he sent that to Joe Biden, because of course Joe Biden wants Americans to get involved in the investigation because they're American coming from South Carolina, right? Into Mexico. But that president has sent the message and was like, man, we got this. So my whole thing is like, I mean, they don't really care. They know that they can't stop these cartels, man. They know that. Or they'll kill them and their family. You know what I mean? So I just hope that, and that's crazy what you just said. They sent the letter saying, oh, basically they made a mistake.
Basically, they had, I want to say 6 individuals lined up and like basically said, these are the individuals that did it. Like, they're the ones that did it with a note on them apologizing. I couldn't get the full story. I'm just kind of skimming because I was on my way in here. Right. But yeah, I mean, it's just getting more and more bizarre.
Wow. And the first thing I thought about when I heard the story, because at first it was some 4 people went missing. So, you know, that's my platform, Missing the Murder Center. So I hopped right on it. And then when I read more into it, you know, Mexico, BBL, and cartel, like, the hell? Crazy story. So just praying for those that family's strength. I don't know what type of closure they'll get because of the situation. We already know what it is. It's cartel, you know what I mean?
And then to just see that, like,
it was crazy,
video,
right?
It was so hard to watch. So I couldn't even imagine being, you know, family members of those individuals and seeing that. You know,
and how quick that it circulated, like,
yeah.
Oof, and they don't care, man. It's crazy, Tasha. I was here last week, and I reported about the cartels because they said that it's a possibility that they could have some members of some Mexican drug cartels that's residing in Baltimore. So the FBI, DEA, you know, Baltimore police and the mayor have been trying to seize as many drugs and guns and money and off the streets as they can. But they saying they got some guys that's coming in from Mexico, and the biggest thing they supply is the fentanyl.
Oh, wow.
Of course, the fentanyl, you got the opioids. It's just, man, shit is just on so many different levels out here,
like
man.
you said earlier, it's just different. We're in a different time.
It's just different, man. You
it's,
got to be careful, man.
You have to talk to your kids younger and
God.
younger now.
I say that every week.
You know? It's
every
like
week I say
younger.
hug the babies, check the book bags, who they hanging with. When you get free time, pop up on them in school.
Right.
Like, make sure they ain't changing their clothes. You know, making sure your boy don't want to be a girl or your girl don't want to be a boy. I mean, I'm just saying, these are the type of things that we are faced by. And we are so busy trying to pay bills and trying to do this and trying to do that. Nowadays, it's just, we just depending on the schools, on the teachers. Or I'm going to send them over my girlfriend's house. Or I'm going to send them over my friend, with Auntie T or whatever it may be to get some type of, relief for yourself as a parent. I don't have children. You have children?
I do. I have 3.
Wow, 3. Okay.
Yes.
So, yeah, boys,
22.
girls.
My oldest is 22. It's a girl. And
wow,
then,
what?
Yeah. And then I have 2 boys. They'll be 15 and 16 this month.
Okay,
so,
okay.
So, like, raising young adults now, it's the conversations that we typically wouldn't have at this age or younger, you know what I'm saying? We're starting to have now with the kids because it's just so much going on.
Right.
Times have changed. And these are the times that we really have to parent. Like, and it's so crazy because we're getting away from parenting. And I feel like that's why our kids are going into the direction that they're going into because we're getting away from parenting. You know, parents now younger and younger each year, you know? So it's kind of like we really have to hone in and really talk to our kids these days. And it's not the time to, like you said, ship them off to auntie and all. Like, we really have to be present in our kids' lives because there's just so much going on. It is.
Yeah, it's speaking of the kids, the guy Jason Lewis that so harsh to say killed or murdered, but that's just what it is, you know what I mean? Karan Blake, the 13-year-old, and he was supposedly breaking in cars.
Okay.
And he killed them, right? He was released from jail today.
Oh, wow.
With an ankle monitor. I think either today or yesterday.
Okay.
With an ankle monitor on. And he's home confinement until June, his next court date. I was talking to my co-worker about it, man. I said, man, you know, they released the guy that killed the 13-year-old. And I told him, I said, I always felt that it was more to the story because they had a confrontation, supposedly.
Okay.
I don't know if they got this from a ring camera. I don't know.
Okay.
But supposedly him and the 13-year-old had a confrontation. And supposedly the 13-year-old was running towards him. I'm thinking, did he have a gun maybe?
Right.
Because suppose the story goes that he pleaded for his life. I'm just a kid. This, that. Telling Mr. Lewis that, who's a 41-year-old guy with a gun, hearing noises, I guess thinking somebody's breaking into his car. He comes outside. I guess he see them in the car. Now the story is coming out. The 13-year-old guy ran towards him and they had a confrontation and he shot and killed him. But then I heard he had shot at the car that he seen. So who knows? You know what I mean? Who really knows? Right. Karan can't talk.
Right.
But the thing is, he was released. And what's crazy is he actually has a podcast too on Win DC Radio. And Nico, where I say work for, at his station, he actually had came out and did a statement about Jason Lewis and saying how good of a guy he was. They was just so surprised to hear his story. He's a community leader, works for the DC government. He just does so much. So I don't know if that may have worked in his favor as far as him being released.
Right.
Or did they do more investigation to say, why are we holding this guy? Let's release him until his court date. Because in DC, you don't get a bond for murder. So he was released on something, you know, and his own PR saying that the judge thinks that, you know, he will definitely come back to court. He's not a flight risk or anything like that. So now, when I first heard the story, I'm like, that with these little youngins, see what I mean? Like that's what happened when you break into somebody's house. Right. When you trying to break into somebody's car. And I just thought about it, man. I said, it had to be more to this story. I just couldn't see that guy just killing him like that. Who knows? So he's been released. I know the mom, I don't know if they have a lawsuit. I know she with the Cochran firm. She has gotten them. She came on Fox 5 and did like a press conference or whatever. And I'm trying to figure out with the family. I tried to get the granddad of him. That's actually one of my guys, Richie Rich, and just to speak on this, man. And I'm just trying to figure out how is this going to play out. You know, will this guy end up being arrested? Is there going to be more information that comes out about these kids that were breaking in these cars?
Right. I'm sure more will come
Was
out.
there a gun involved? Did he try to shoot him? You know what I mean? It's just so much. But it's 4 o'clock in the morning. You're 13-year-old. It's outside on a school day.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We just have to be a little bit more,
And then we hear the story, you know what I'm saying, Tasha? Then it's like, he's a good kid. You know, he goes to school and we wondering, and just like the mom said, you don't know everything that your kids are doing. You know what I mean? But 4 in the morning, I don't think he just did that particular day. Something he probably been doing.
See, but that's the thing too. I think a lot of kids in the city, and you know, they're different anyway. They have more leeway. They hang out more. They're out. Okay. You know, they're out and about. Right. 4 o'clock in the morning is too late to be out. But at the same time, like, that's kind of their lifestyle, to be completely honest.
I got you. I see what you're saying.
You know?
Yeah. So we get so many stories. What you're saying is it's not abnormal.
Right, exactly.
In DC.
Exactly.
Because I'm trying to tell you, Tosh, man, I have rolled through, I see it all the time. I was going to work. It was this morning, matter of fact. I was going to work, and I swear, this little boy had to be no more than probably maybe 5. I give him 6 at the oldest. And I'm just looking, I'm just looking, my bad. I'm just looking, new mics too. I'm just looking, and I'm looking around, I'm like, man, where he walking to? Yeah, I mean, he got a school uniform on and everything, right? And hopefully he went to school, right? and I'm going to say he went to school. But I'm like, why is he walking by himself? And I'm looking at him. He's a small guy, like shorts, like a little.
Yeah.
Why is he walking by? I see
It's
it all the
normal.
time. Like
It's
the
normal.
young girls, like
It's normal.
I see it. Like you're right. I've came from spats 2:30 in the morning. Might stop to get something to eat or stop somewhere, and I'm like, oh,
yeah.
it's 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And you're right. In a city, that is
It's
the
normal.
culture.
It's normal. So it's like it's not far fetched to hear something like that.
Right. It's not surprising to hear that.
At all.
Yeah.
At all.
Mm, mm.
But we just got to make sure that, you know, our kids are doing things constructive with their time.
Mhm.
Like, take advantage. Like, these parents, like, this DC has tons of programs and free things and stuff like that for kids and even for business owners and stuff like that or whatever. So I feel like parents really need to take advantage of the opportunities that's afforded. And when it comes to stuff like that, and if they don't have it, then parents need to kind of put it out there to try to implement their stuff so the kids can have some constructive things to do with their time. If they don't have anything to do, what else they gonna do? Get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to be more present as parents. We really do.
Yeah, we got to be more. Exactly. Absolutely. I don't have kids. Of course, I want kids. Of course, if it doesn't happen, this wasn't meant to happen. But at the end of the day, I see so many things, man, with kids and parents, and I'm like, damn, like they're so advanced. It's scary.
Yeah.
They're so smart.
It's crazy because I feel
And
like
it's
my
like you
kids
gotta-
are sheltered.
That's-
Like,
Yeah,
my
you
kids
feel
don't-
like because you don't want to. But let me ask you this, right? You say you feel like your kids are sheltered.
Yes.
But we got this thing where we say, I guess in the black community, the real world, right? And that's them leaving outside of your home, right? So what do? Do you instill things in them? You talk to them?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
when they're not in your presence, do you worry?
I do, absolutely. My daughter's 22, and I still I have a tracker on my phone
For your 22-year-old?
For my 22-year-old, yes.
Wow. So she's still at home?
Yeah, she
Okay.
still lives with us.
Okay. That's still young.
Yeah,
That's still-
it
yeah.
is, but still, like, you want to give them something, because I feel like at some point in time, like, I have to kind of like let her spread her wings. I think I'm a hoverer because so much is going on right now in the world. You know, I'm a helicopter mom, so I'm just like hovering over her, and it's a catch-22 because they need their independence as well. But because I know what the world is out here, it's just like I worry 24/7.
What about your boys?
My boys, the same thing, but my husband, he's so involved with them to the point where they're either at school or with him in the gym. They play basketball 24/7.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's probably where they at now. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And he has a mentoring program that he's starting too. It's called GYM, GYM.
I get them in here.
I
man. That's
know,
what we
you
do.
have
we
to.
Getting them focused. Right?
Yeah, so
Jim.
yeah, GYM, grooming young men.
Wow.
Yes. So he's very much present in their lives and can get because with boys they need that father. They need the father
Absolutely.
aspect of the thing. I can't teach them how to be men. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I'll be worrying and saying stuff, and my husband looking at me like, let them be boys. Like, leave them alone. Like, I got it,
Right,
so
right.
I don't have too much control in that area.
Okay.
But I still worry. You know what I'm saying? I'm a mom. I worry all the time.
I like that, Jim.
Yeah.
Grooming young men.
Yeah.
I think we just need more of that. I always say that for the younger people, I think they just want to be heard. We listen, but it's how we listen.
Right.
So like you said, you got to give them a chance to express themselves and be free. But then I always wanted to, and I said I'm going to do this one day, but everybody says, man, no, don't do that. Don't do that by yourself. And I said, man, I'm going to go one day. I'm going to see a group of youngers. I'm just going to ride through the city, ride through PG County and just, man, what's going on, man? Like, you need a job. Are you homeless? Like, maybe they need somebody to talk to that can just help them. And yeah, man, I'm looking for a job, or I'm looking for a spat, or I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that. Maybe nobody that they're around that they talk to, they can't talk to them like that.
Right. Not on that level.
Not on that level.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
They only
So
got their peers.
I see a lot of that. And I'm like, damn, we probably just need somebody to talk to.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just see them, and I love younger people. Don't get me wrong. Like, how they just so advanced and how the culture's changing, and we trying to keep up, and they just doing things.
Right.
And, I'm like, man, damn, like, okay. But at the end of the day, I think that we have to give them a chance also. And like you were saying in DC, like a lot of the parents, like they're not tripping that they outside. That it's the culture. That's what they do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of work we got to do. It could be done, but shout out to all the single parents, man. The parents that's just making it happen.
Listen.
You feel me? Just being a parent.
I applaud them 24/7 because it's we in a 2-parent household and it's still hard. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't imagine, doing it alone, especially with more than one child.
Right.
Like,
absolutely.
and I feel like that's probably why, we can't. It's so hard to put all your time and attention on kids when you still have to work and take care of the household. So of course your attention is not going to be on them 24/7. And that way they stray away a little bit.
Right. Right.
So it's like, it's hard. It's just hard. So I think we got to really find out what the root of the problem is and just figure out, is it they need more time with, speaking to somebody? Do they need an outlet? Do they need, what is it that they need, So it's just... Like you said, I took my hat off.
I heard it first. Tasha Lance, man, right here, man. Speaking, hey, this is what we do, man. We just trying to get everybody focused, man. Work in progress.
Yes.
And that's what we doing, man. And take heed. We just trying to help you, That's what we doing at the end of the day right here on Phocuz Radio. But what I do want to do, Tasha Lance, I want to bring you back in. This is our special guest. She's co-hosting with me, and I thank you for that. But I want to turn it over to you.
Okay.
Tasha Lance, man. We graduated from Bladensburg High School. Shout out to Blade. All my homies there, man.
Yeah.
Wow, had some great times in high school. I went there my 9th and 10th grade year. Then I graduated from Suitland High School. But we've came a long way. Tasha Lance, what are you up to? Who is Tasha Lance?
Oh, gosh. I got so much going on. I need to chill out.
And we are celebrating Black women, but we're celebrating Black women in business.
Yes.
So you are a business owner,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Entrepreneur, right?
Yes.
And you do some other things also. So whatever you want to start with, as far as Tasha Lance, let people know.
So I started out doing hair from Bladensburg High School. I took up cosmetology.
Okay.
Yep, with Miss Lynn Holland.
Oh, I remember Miss
Yes,
Holland. I know.
yes,
Okay.
yes. So did that. And that's how I got my start, doing hair. I've been an entrepreneur now for 16 years?
Wow.
Yeah, it's been about 16 years since I opened up my first shop. And, but I'm gonna tell you this story. This is how I always knew that I was going to be an entrepreneur, right?
Okay.
Elementary school. My father, he got me, my brother, and my sister a box of pencils, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was for the school year.
Okay.
Keep y'all box of pencils. That's for the school year. That's gonna hold y'all over. So probably the next week, we had the ice cream truck come around or whatever. My father was like, all right, here got y'all money. Get some from the ice cream truck. I was like, I'm good. I don't need no money. I'm good. He's like, where you get money from?
Mm-hmm.
Like, those box of pencils that you gave me?
Don't tell me you sold them.
I sold them. I sold them. And I sold them like for yes. Because in class, everybody pencil, right? They always needed a pencil. So I sold them pencils. And the people who I didn't like, I sold it for $0.25. Everybody else got it for 10 cents.
Okay.
They got it for $0.25. So that's how my entrepreneurship kind of started in elementary school.
Okay.
But yeah, so I got my start with doing hair. Hair has led me to doing hair for Housewives of Potomac, for Monique Samuels. That she was on Real Housewives of Potomac. I did Kenya Moore's hair. I did Dominique Dawes' hair. So it's
Dominique Dawes?
Yes.
Recently?
Probably about maybe 3 or 4 years ago I did Dominique Dawes' hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't heard from that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big.
Hers.
That's
Yep.
big,
It was. I was like, wow. I thought it was a prank at first because she booked on my website, and I'm just like, Dominique Dawes. I'm like, somebody playing games, booking under somebody else's name, but it was actually her, and that was awesome. Yeah,
okay.
So that was a great experience. So did hair. Hair is my bread and butter. Like, I love hair. That's my passion. But then I ventured off into real estate.
Okay.
So became a realtor. And then I got my husband and my daughter on board. Now they're both realtors.
Wow.
Yep. Made my daughter get her real estate license at 19 because she didn't really know what she wanted to do out of high school. And she's like me. It's like she's all over the place. She wants to do this, wants to do that. She's She's a business owner as well. She creates, she has a fashion line. She has a head wrap business, hair jewelry business. Like she does a lot. So she just didn't know what she wanted to do. So I'm like, okay, well, get your license as well. She got her license and my husband got his. So we have the Lions Den Group. That's our real estate team.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes. And then my husband and I, we ventured out and we had the opportunity to do reality TV ourselves with Monique on Love and Marriage DC.
Let me ask you. This is exciting. Got me a star. Let me ask you, right? Reality TV. Is it really reality?
It is. It really
so they ain't
is.
coming through
It's
with
not
a
no
skit.
scripts. It's not no scripts.
The reason I asked that, Tasha, because I've heard that what's my girl name? What's her name? The producer of the reality shows. You know, she did the hip hop one.
Oh, Monica.
Is it Monica? Monique? Monique?
Something.
You know what I'm talking about. But anyway,
something.
Yeah, Scott. Mona Scott.
Mona Scott. Yeah.
Like I would hear that she would say, "Go to this place, so a fight can start." Or this girl that you don't like is there, so go over there. Because we know something gonna get started. Because y'all don't like each other.
Of course they gonna put
so
two people in the room.
You might be like, man, I ain't trying to go with Wendy's because I know Janae up there. What was Janae? And then she might be like, nah, we gonna bring the cameras up.
They gonna make you go up there with Janae. They gonna put you in the room with somebody you don't like. So some drama can happen.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But it is reality. It's real?
It is reality. Okay. Yeah, it's reality. It's what you're saying. It's whatever. But I always like to say it's manipulated because it's manipulated reality because they're going to steer the reality in the way that they want it to go, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So if I have a problem, the producers, they're going to steer it the way that they want it to go.
Okay.
But it is reality. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So whatever you give them, they're going to use, or whatever you don't give them, they ain't. That's the reason why me and my husband not going to be back. So yeah, we didn't get asked back for season 2, which is cool.
But why not? You saying because?
But I feel like I think we didn't give enough. I think what they deem boring.
They want to be all in your
face.
Me
and my husband are not drama. We're not. That's not us.
That's the thing that gets me because that could be an example of a good merge. A great merge.
Absolutely.
And this is what we should show on TV.
Absolutely.
Even though we had
don't want that.
Even though he became Bill Cosby after Bill Cosby. But the shows that we we know Cosby is a great family show.
Yeah.
The Doctor, the beautiful Felicia Rashad. I mean, what was her name? On the show. I forgot her name. Damn, Claire.
Claire
right? Like the Good Family, the kids. I mean, even with Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Will Smith, his mother kicked him out. He moved. You know what I mean? So
look, that's good for sitcoms. For reality TV,
sitcom is not good for reality TV.
They don't want that. No.
Got you. All right. No. I'm glad you broke that down too, Mrs. Hines. I'm glad you broke that down. But you got quite a few credits, man. Real Housewives of Potomac, Lioness.
So the Lions Den,
Oh, Lions Den.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Swagger.
Oh, Swagger and Lioness. So that is some TV series that I just acted on.
Oh, really?
I started doing background work.
Okay.
So I started my acting career this past year. Did a couple of background projects, which was Lioness and Swagger 2. They did a Swagger 1.
I heard of Swagger.
It's really good, and I think it's based off of it's supposed to be based off of KD's life here.
Okay.
Yeah, but Swagger 2, that's supposed to be coming out in June. So you'll see me in that. I have a featured background part, so you'll see me a little bit more in that, not just a blur in the back.
Gotcha.
I just got my I just got picked up for a TV pilot as a supporting role. And then I'm filming this coming month now for a TV show where I'm the lead. I'm one of the leads. So I'm really like getting my acting career going. So I'm loving that. And what else? And I just got my candle line. I just put out candles.
Yeah, so you had a soft opening.
I had a soft launch. Yep.
And that's what I
2 weeks ago, something like that.
I think it was like last week. Something. Yeah. Monique Samuels. Let me ask you, how is it working with these? I would consider you a celebrity, right? In my book, how
I'm
is
like
it?
a Z-list celebrity.
Nah, these C-list.
Listen,
you said Z-list. Listen,
Z. I ain't all that. I'll move up.
Let me ask you. How is it working with the celebrities? I mean, I know they're just regular
it's awesome,
people,
yeah.
but once
Like
you
so down to earth. Even when I was doing Monique's hair, her and her husband, like Chris, they treat you like family. It's not like we're like, you know what I'm saying? Like some people you'll probably be intimidated by because it's like, okay, they're celebrities. Oh my God. Like, but it's like they're so down to earth and
Right.
just so like laid back.
Mhm.
And everyone that I've encountered have been like that.
Okay.
Even when I did Kenya hair, I thought she was going to be what they portrayed her to be on, on
Right.
TV, on reality TV, but she was just as sweet as she could be. So,
Okay.
every encounter that I've had have been
Okay.
good,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you: when you do you talk to them about your goals and
Absolutely.
your dreams
Yeah.
and because
Yeah.
I'm trying to get plugged in.
Yeah.
Like maybe you can help. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
absolutely.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
And
Give me that part.
And the thing
You
is,
know what
I don't even have to ask.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And even with the my castmates that I was on the show with Love and Mercy DC, they've gone on to season 2, but they still, embrace me and my husband. They still, talk to us and, we hang out and stuff like that. So we
Okay.
have built friendships with these people,
Okay.
So it's not like we even have to ask, hey, can you plug this or can you plug? They're sharing our stuff. They're
Okay.
sharing our business ventures.
Okay.
They're sharing things on their platforms. And like you said, Monique, she came to my soft launch and she plugged me on the radio and said how nice the candles smell. So it's like we don't even have to ask. Like that's family. We've grown from friends to family.
Okay. Great stuff. Now the candles.
Okay.
You have a store.
So no, my cousin, she actually has a store in Annapolis Mall called Blank Slate.
Okay.
And they sell all Black-owned products in there. It's a phenomenal
Say
store.
the name again for
It's
me.
called Blank Slate. And
Blank Slate.
yes, and it's in Annapolis Mall by the Crate and Barrel.
Oh, y'all see I was Tasha, I was out there by, so you said Annapolis Mall.
Yeah,
That's
it
that
is.
high-end
It
jump.
is. It's a little,
That's that
it's a
jump
little
all
ways.
the way out there on 50.
Yes.
I think I've been there twice.
Yes.
I think I went out there one time, all white party. I was looking for some Stan Smith's high top, all white Adidas. And I went, it's a beautiful mall. I said, wow, we got this in this area. I thought I was in Virginia, but it was Annapolis.
Listen, it's not too far.
It ain't
It's not
too
too far. It's like
Yeah,
maybe
but
10
that's
minutes
nice
away
mall,
from
though.
Bowie.
That's
Yeah.
some nice
Yeah.
stuff in there.
Yeah.
So candles, like smelling good, or is it?
So
It's so soothing, right?
Yes.
Candles.
Oh my God, I love candles. Like they're like that's why I did it because I have an infatuation with candles. I'm like, why not make my own?
Okay.
So ended up creating 2 different scents. One is called Homebody, and then one is called Clean House. So it's like a appendage away from my the Lions Den group. Okay, so I'm mixing the housing element with my love of candles. So it's called Den Scents. Yeah, so I'm taking the Lions Den.
Lions
Lions
like
Den.
us, because I'm a Leo. So we
No,
for the
not
Kings,
Lions
it's
like
the-
Leo.
oh, Got you. Oh, okay. Well, I'm about to go get me some of that.
Well, listen, in
Lions.
that case, then
Gotcha.
yeah, it's for Leo. Go
I
get
got
one.
you. I got you, man. Great stuff.
Thank
Great
you.
stuff. I'm so glad to have you here, man. It's a
Thank
breath
you.
of fresh air, definitely for me tonight. Now, before we get into it, I got like 5 minutes left, right? And I want you to join this segment with me. But give me some information. You got a website. You have
Yes,
your IG.
so my IG page for my real estate is the Lions Den Real Estate. And then my IG page for the Den Sense is Den Sense. That's it. Den Sense. DENSCENTS.
I like that. Den Sense.
Den Sense. Yes. And
For
then
the
my
Den.
regular page is Tajalai, TAJALY.
Okay. And still doing hair. So let me ask
Yep,
you,
still doing hair.
hair by appointment?
Yes.
They
On
hit
Style
you up,
Seat.
or-
Hit me up on Style Seat.
Okay.
And I'm only doing installs right now. I call myself kind of retiring a little bit. So yeah, I'm only doing installs, traditional installs. So yes.
Okay. Heard it first, man, right here on Phocuz Radio. Now I want to ask you, Tasha, before I get into my next segment, it's a sad segment, but it's a great segment, man. Get the word out there. Missing people, mainly our Black and brown missing kids that go, man, I try to focus on Ward 8, man, because we need so much help in that ward. But nationwide. But how do you feel about missing people, man? So it's on different levels. So I ask everybody, I get different man, everybody ain't going missing. You know what I mean? Some people this, some people that. How you feel about it?
No, I just feel like we need to do more about it. I feel like we need to get more attention on our black and brown people that are missing because, as soon as, a Caucasian person gets missing, we have it's headlines, it's news, it's blasted all over the, it's blasted everywhere. But I just feel like we need to put more focus on our black and brown people that are missing.
More focus on our black and brown people that's missing. Let's go, B. Leslie Urizar, missing from the 3700 block of New Hampshire Avenue Northwest. She's been missing since Friday, January the 27th, 2023. Reported missing at 3:30 p.m. Now, this is a reoccurring flyer, ladies and gentlemen. She is still missing roughly a month, and I'll say 9 days. Hispanic female, that would be the distinctive thing about her. Light complexion, 5 feet, 5 inches tall, 145 pounds, brown hair, blonde highlights, brown eyes. Last seen wearing a black hooded sweatshirt. Jacoby Williams, another reoccurring flyer. 1700 block of Bennett Road, Southeast, missing since Sunday, January 29th, this year, 2023. And he is only 16 years old, black male, 5 feet, 8 inches tall, 160 pounds. Last seen wearing a pair of Yeezys, navy blue sweatpants, and a black hat. Still missing, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. This is a new one, man. It's just something about this guy, man, and his photo, and I had to share this. Kind of looks like maybe my age. Close to my age. He's 36 years old. His name is James Stewart, 2100 block of I Street, Northeast. He's been missing since Tuesday, January the 31st, 2023, reported at 8 p.m. Just wonder how do our brothers, man, just go missing like this. Described as a black male, medium complexion, 5 feet, 6 inches tall, 180 pounds, black hair, brown eyes. Clothing description is unknown. This guy has a full beard. That would be one thing. Kind of a bushy style hair. Handsome guy, man. I just, what happens to our brothers, man? Let's go. We have Dayla Laura Rees, 900 block of 21 Street, Northeast. She's been missing since Wednesday, March the 1st, 2023. 9:54 p.m. The MPD is seeking assistance in locating 15-year-old Delea, and she's Hispanic. She's 5 feet 3 inches tall, 130 pounds, black hair, brown eyes. Clothing description is unknown. This is what we do, man. I try to sit in my car some days, look at these flyers, and just see if I can remember these faces, and if I see some of these younger people. The good thing about it is some people are found. So when I go on my website, it'll say that people are found. Then we have some people that are just reoccurring. It's on different levels. Some of these young girls, they run away from home, they come back weekend. Some of the guys, they go, they come back. It's crazy. But anyway, y'all, find out missing. Let's go, y'all. Focus Field on Phocuz Radio. We'll be back next Thursday. Peace. Thanks, Tasha Lyons, for gracing the stage of Phocuz Radio.
Don't know what I seen. Live your life, not mine. If you know what I mean. We don't know.